everyone, welcome to the channel again. I don't know why I'm dancing, but hey ho, here I am. Welcome guys. If you don't know who I am, my name is Somi. I've just taken off my slippers, sorry, because it's so warm in my office. But my name is Somi Woolly now. So yes, I do YouTube videos, obviously, that's why you're here. My YouTubes are based on weddings and parties, acting and lifestyle, vloggy type videos. So today we're here with a weddings and I'm being so extra today, I don't know why. A weddings and parties video, and as the title says, this video is about how to plan / host a Bridgerton themed party. I don't know if you know this, but I am obsessed with Bridgerton. I think so is most of the world, let's be honest. And I've always wanted to do a Bridgerton party myself, but the husband downstairs won't let me live out my dreams yet. So I'm gonna help anyone that wants to plan a theme. Well, this will help to plan a theme party in general, but anyone that might want to host a Bridgerton party, here you go. Here's some advice on how to help you do this. So this event could be for your birthday or anything like that, but let's just say it is for your birthday and you want to do a Bridgerton themed party. And then, oh, excuse me, I've just had literally like so much hummus. This is very off topic, but the Sabra hummus is actually the best hummus I've actually ever tried. And of course not sponsored because I don't have that many followers. But yeah, it's the best hummus I've ever had. Moving on, so excuse the burp. Anywho, yeah, so I'm going to base this, you can obviously do this type of party anywhere in any type of venue. I'm going to base this being in your actual home, especially with it being warmer and lighter. A lot of people are having more house parties, I would say, and barbecues and things like that. So a Bridgerton themed birthday party in your home. To start off, always make a checklist. So with the checklist, you need to obviously do your budget, guest list, venue, obviously being your house, so that's already sorted. Budget, guest list, venue, food, entertainment, drinks, and decor. And those will be the main sort of things I would say. Especially as it's more relaxed, because in your home you don't really need to necessarily worry about invites, I would say, in terms of like send an invite out. Obviously invite people, but obviously you can just invite your friends or family through like WhatsApp or Facebook or, you know, whatever your means of contacting them are, you can invite them that way. But those are the core parts for the checklist. Starting off with budget, I would say for this type of themed party, and depending on how elaborate you want to go, personally, there's obviously cheaper ways to do it and more expensive ways, but personally I would say probably, and it depends what type, yeah, it just depends how elaborate you want to go, but I would say a good £600 to £800 for this type of party. So guest list, this will obviously depend on you, whether you want it small, large, obviously how big your house is in general to even invite loads of people, but obviously have your family and friends, or maybe just have your friends, I don't know, it depends on you as a person. For me, I would probably just have my friends and obviously my sister and stuff, because my mum would not want to be around all my friends. But yes, I'll probably do that. But yeah, it totally depends on your preference and who you are as a person. So how do you make your home Bridgerton theme? Let's start off with the decorations. So obviously Bridgerton is very like high class English, that's all, well, it's not countryside because it's based in London with the ton, but very high class, like very true British sort of, think afternoon tea, think of that sort of class like Claridge's, the Savoy, that sort of high class sort of element. So very posh, I don't know why I'm doing this for posh, very posh element. So you could definitely bring that to your own home. So what I would do, think of the colour scheme. There's a lot of purple going on in Bridgerton, which I realised, but very like pastel-y colours, spring colours, obviously, because it's summer, and well, they start in spring / summer, don't they? So that's why obviously that's why obviously those colours are sort of represented. So to bring those colours to your home, I would have a backdrop that would be in that colour scheme, so maybe a flower wall, just like the Bridgerton's home, like it has loads of flowers, doesn't it? So I would obviously have a flower wall potentially to go in the garden, crockery, I would personally hire some crockery to go within this theme, so like white charger plates or white, actually, white charger plates, maybe gold cutlery or even silver cutlery would go with the theme, different colored napkins for people to use, and obviously like you could even have drinks that are based off those colors as well, so to really bring those elements in. And then with this you could obviously have loads of florals in your home, whether you buy this from Tesco's or whether you actually buy this from an actual florist. You can have those colors incorporated into that color scheme. You can have the flowers, sorry, incorporated into that colour scheme, which will bring a lot of life into the home and also feel very summery and airy as well. So within the decor, I would also have like table candles, like placed everywhere around the room or your house, even like with big candelabras if you can. So those gold, I'll put a picture, those gold big candle holders basically. With the taper candles, have pastel taper candles or even just white, just really bring that elegance to your home. So with this and the florals and obviously the crockery, this will really create a Bridgerton-esque, you know, theme. And then for your guests, I would personally just go all out. My best thing is to be all dressed up and just be in my home and not have to go out, which is funny. But I would obviously dress very what's it called, black tie maybe, or maybe you don't have to even go black tie, but you know, that sort of glamour luxury sort of dress code, and have everyone dress as that, and that obviously heightens the theme as well within your home. And then to make it even more within the theme, or sort of give that sort of theme, I would outside, if you have a garden, with the flower wall, and I can't explain what the flowers are, but I'll show you a picture. With that type of flower wall, if you can, I would have a large dessert table, because I feel like all they did in Bridgerton was eat probably afternoon tea, which you can have your meal as, but we'll talk about food in a minute. But yeah, I would have a big dessert table, obviously napkined, tablecloth as well within the colours. You can even have a pastel or purple colour going on, and then have the different like afternoon tea stands with loads of different desserts, macarons. That's quite French, but you know what I mean. Those little desserts basically, and then have that with the backdrop would just really elevate your party, and it would make your guests go wow, because as soon as they enter they'll feel, you know, say you remember me. That wasn't a feeling, but you know, actually, do you want them to feel like that song? That's probably the wrong song to choose, but they will feel like they've stepped into the world of Bridgerton. So in terms of food, what I would do, like I said, is have your crockery based within the decor. So have the colour schemes for your crockery, have the sort of afternoon tea stands as well. Make sure that all is cohesive. And then for food, I personally would have an afternoon tea sort of buffet style food. So you can either have this outside with the dessert table if you wanted to, or just have an afternoon tea selection in general with like finger sandwiches and different things like that, or you can even have it in your kitchen obviously as well. And that way you would feel like that sort of high class of Bridgerton, and they're always eating afternoon tea. Or if you want to be quite different, I feel like they have a lot of roasts. If I'm like, please let me know if I'm wrong, but I do feel like they have a lot of roasts within Bridgerton, especially in the evening. So I would have a roast sort of canapé, so Yorkshire puddings with like, you know, the trimmings inside it, or you know, different types of like skewers with the carrots and maybe beef or something like that. I would sort of have that as a canapé style more than an actual traditional roast and you just plate up everything, but that's definitely just on your preference. But those are the sort of meal options I would have. In terms of actually making those meals or getting it, good old M&S, that's what I would do, because I would not make any of those things myself because I can't cook. But good old M&S, if you're in the UK, is down the road. Get it from there, Tesco's, you know what I mean. And they always offer things like those canapé sort of things, like £5, like 3 for 5, 3 for 7, or whatever the deals are, those sort of things. And then obviously that price depends on how many people you have invited. Or you can make it yourself. That way you cut the costs, you buy it all yourself and then make it yourself. You don't have to spend so much. Or if you're really fancy, get a chef. You can get a chef to prep all this food for a good 3 hours before everyone comes, obviously. And that could be about, well, it depends where you go, but a chef could be about 400 quid, depending on what you want and what they're doing. So yeah, for food, that's what I would definitely do. And then I would have an elaborate cake, like a floral style cake, or even just like quite French-esque cake with like the texture and just white basically. And yeah, that's what I think would be quite fitting into the theme. And then yeah, it would be either maybe 2-tiered cake, depends how many people you've invited again, but definitely with the florals, white based cake. I'll put some picture examples actually, but this would definitely go within the theme, and then that could be the sort of key vocal point in terms of like the dessert table or afternoon tea table, whatever it is, and you can place it then that way. It looks really elaborate. What I would also do is have a champagne table. So I feel like, to be fair, Bridgerton is very English, but also it has those sort of elements of like French touches. But I wouldn't have a champagne tower because that is very French. But I would have a champagne corner and have obviously the coupes or flutes already set up so guests can just sort of help themselves, and have the champagne in like a nice silver bucket sort of thing with ice and everything. And that way it still looks quite high class and not obviously just like a beer bucket type thing. Have the beers in the fridge if that's what people want, but to add to the theme I would have the champagne or prosecco in what's it called, in a silver sort of dish that you can hire out. So with the crockery and dishes, you can hire these out for as little as £1 per plate, £2 per plate sort of thing. And then if you do it in the buffet style, you don't actually have to spend a lot of money. Obviously, if you are having a plated like dinner party, then that's completely different. But like, for example, 3 serving dishes isn't going to be a lot of money. It can be anywhere between, what, 30 quid altogether, depending on where you go. So that's how I would do it. So the next thing is bar service. So you can obviously have the drinks bought yourself, and perhaps, like I said, with the champagne bucket and everything like that. Or if you want to be fancy, you can have a bartender there serving drinks based off Bridgerton, like Burn For Me cocktail. Why can't I think of any sayings from Bridgerton now? The Daphne cocktail, Anthony cocktail, because I would have a few of those. Or even the Duke type cocktail. I'm not very good with like making up themed cocktail names, as you can see. But you can have fun. Sorry, I'm really laughing at that. Have fun and have the cocktails based off that. And then you can even like obviously create your own stationery sign, just what each cocktail is. Oh my god, I feel like I'm gonna do this party for myself. And my birthday's already gone. Sorry, I'm so excited. Someone actually needs to do this and invite me. But yeah, you can have a little stationery card just saying like what each cocktail is and what's included in that. And then, you know, have the barman. You can hire barmen for 150 for an hour, just doing loads of tricks and stuff, which could be quite cool. And that could be part of the entertainment as well. We'll go into entertainment in a minute, but that could be part of the entertainment as well. And then so you basically get 2 for 1. But yeah, and yeah, so have like loads of cool themed cocktails based off Bridgerton, just to add to the theme again. So entertainment wise, personally, I would just have background music. I don't know why I'm laughing. People will be like, what is wrong with that? But I feel like with my friends, entertainment is sort of lost on us sometimes, unless you're at an actual wedding. But at birthday parties, everyone's just a bit crazy. But I would just have a track, a playlist, sorry, that is from Bridgerton. You know, they do all the sort of instrumental songs, classical versions of it. So you can either have that, the bartender, like I said, that could be a form of entertainment for you all. So another option is that you can obviously make your own game in terms of, what do they call it? I'm gonna have to put on the screen what that game was called. With the, is it croquet? Or is it called balls? Or I don't know what it's called, but you can obviously set that up in your garden as well, which could be quite fun, and using all the rackets and stuff. I'm probably using the wrong words, I'm so sorry, but clearly I wasn't concentrating on that. I was more concentrating on the connection between Anthony and Kate. Anyway, so you can have that type of entertainment going on in the garden, or for example, live drawing can be quite cool in your party as well, having live drawings of all your guests and everything, so that would be quite cool. In terms of the ball game, whatever it's called, that could be quite cheap, just order it off Amazon. In terms of the live drawing, that could be anywhere between £100 an hour to £300 for a couple hours, or even an hour, depending on where you go and who you find. But there's always like varying ways to find entertainment that's within your budget as well. But those can be sort of fun little elements to add to the party. But yes, those are all the main key points to host / plan a Bridgerton party. I hope the little pictures and everything added some inspo for you guys. I hoped that helped. Obviously, if you need any help, you know where I am. But I do hope that helps anyone that's sort of struggling, thinking where do I start with planning even a theme party, but obviously planning a Bridgerton birthday party or just party. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and don't forget to catch me on my next video. Bye.